Hey, what's going on, guys? So today's video is gonna be pretty simple for a lot of new Amazon sellers that don't know what brands to sell. What are some in-demand brands in every different category? We're gonna be breaking down how to utilize the software Keepa to build a list of brands that you can then get ungated for. So it's gonna be a simple, easy video. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Starting an Amazon store is more about building brand awareness versus
hmm
trying to get my first product to sell, because it's hard to get this product to sell when you're not aware of what are good, popular, trending brands that have demand, that meet the right criterias using Keepa, right? That's where you can plug in the criterias. So we
Okay,
did make this little doc in the Discord. I can send you the link directly. It's more of an
sure.
SOP, right? It's a
hmm
standard operating procedure of phase one, learning the system, discovering brands, and then start ungating,
Okay.
you know?
Okay.
Because do you remember the ungating part? Like, do you remember like just what that was, like having to get approval for brands? Or is it kind
Sort
of like
of.
sort of okay, so it's
Mhm.
kind of like faint memory right now?
Yeah.
No worries. So let me copy this and send it to you through the Zoom chat real quick so you at least have the link. It's also in the Discord, but I don't know how often you check that, or are you even in the
Well, I do
Discord?
see it, but when I see it, like I said, it's been crazy, just
Yeah, no, I
crazy.
understand. So I just sent you this link here, but we'll go over this right now.
Okay.
The main idea of this is number one, learning how to use Keepa Product Finder correctly, right?
hmm
Identifying and organizing popular brands within different categories. This is going to require you to use like a spreadsheet and
hmm
then labeling the spreadsheet like brand and then
hmm
category. You
Okay,
know, so
gotcha.
for every brand, you put the category it's in, which is not hard to figure out what category a product is in.
Mhm.
I'll show you real quick. Create a brand tracker sheet, which is what I was just talking about, and then
Okay.
begin ungating those brands to build selling access. Because what a lot of sellers try to do is they try to go after the brands that are easy, that don't
hmm
require approval, but those are rare, right? So it's not like you're going
hmm
to run into auto ungate, auto approval products all the time. You have to go through the process of ungating brands. And in order to do that, the best way to do it is to know, well, which are the best brands to start selling. So we
hmm
can actually go over that real quick. For instance, when we go into Keepa, you go to data, then you go to product finder, right?
hmm
That's how we call the qualified list that match the winning product criteria, quote unquote.
hmm
So this starts with using Keepa, making the max sales rank 150,000. Now, obviously, I don't really sell products within that range. It's usually under 100,000, but you never know what you can find in different categories at that product ranking. Because some
hmm
sales rank at 150K, depending on the category, do perform well. Some products actually perform well at 150K, as long as it's a category that has a lot of products. But usually, the lower the rank, the better. But I like to set up a maximum so that way any product that pops up in front of us is at least 150,000 or below in sales rank. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Now the next thing is buy box price. Now for this is different per seller. Um, Give me a second. I have to respond to this real quick. All right. Pin. All right. So this is different per seller. Everybody may have a different view in what type of products they want. Sometimes you can change the price by $1 and it just changes how many products pop up. You just don't know.
hmm
For instance, let me delete what I have already under here and delete this brand. You'll see the difference. Watch. So if I go from 16.99 down to 15.99, look at how many products are available. 1,161.
hmm
If I just drop it $1, it adds, 30 something more products.
hmm
So I'll drop it by $1 just so I don't filter out too many products. Maybe even drop it by one more dollar if we want, just to kind of have more results. And you see it goes to 1244.
hmm
So obviously, the lower the minimum buy box, the more products. It's just I try to be a little bit strict on this because I'm gonna be real. Products that sell at $9 on Amazon are hard to find profitably. They just are. It's
hmm
really hard to find products that are $3 or $2 that are selling on Amazon for 9, unless you're getting it wholesale, which the goal of this search isn't that. So we're just gonna list it at $14.99. Now the goal of this, we can do two things. We're gonna list down popular brands, but we're also gonna even try to find the winning products. But for this goal, for this specific task, we're just gonna do brands, like just literally categorizing popular brands. So let me pull up a spreadsheet so you can kind of get a sense of what that looks like. This is part of brand awareness. Like
Mhm.
anybody that starts a seller account or just wants to sell on Amazon, I 100% advise them to just start becoming more aware of the best brands that are around them and then
Mhm.
focus on ungating those brands, then finding those products. That's usually how you should do it. But most people have it backwards because they're so into just wanting to make money quickly that they're like, oh, I
Mhm.
just want to find a product now. But it's hard. You get stuck in that process when you don't know what's actually a good brand or not.
Mhm.
So for me, I'll create a new spreadsheet. I'll just label this brand right here. Let's just computer's gonna be a little slow right now. Just give me a second. All right, brand and then category. Because remember, we're doing a brand search right now. We're not even focusing on finding anything to resell. We're just trying to find in-demand brands, not
Mhm.
products, brands.
Mhm.
So we go back to Keepa. Let's finish this criteria out. 14.99 Amazon out of stock. I'd rather focus on brands and products that don't have Amazon in stock in the beginning as a new Amazon seller.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna let's see. For this part, I'm gonna scroll down a little bit, and then you see these different categories right here.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about. Like you want to have a wide variety of categories because there's different brands in different categories. You never know
Mhm.
what type of brand you'll run into, whether it's Scrub Daddy or Lysol, or maybe it's Under Armour, maybe it's Brooks, whatever it's called, like those Brooks shoes. It could be anything, health and household, sports and outdoors, toys and games, could be Nintendo, could be any of that. So, but our goal is to have as many categories possible within here that are going to allow us to see, okay, well, what brands are selling within those categories. So we add those categories. I could even add maybe one more. Let's do like automotive, and then we could even add beauty products. If you go deeper, actually, let's try to get some other stuff. Electronics. Electronics get a lot of returns because sometimes they break. So I try to like stay away from electronics. See, do we have patio, lawn, and garden already? There we go. So boom, we have all these different categories. Now we scroll down. Now here's the important part, in my opinion. The offer count should not be low. Like try to have like seven or more sellers on the product.
Mhm.
Now, there's obviously a psychology behind that. It's more so the fact that products that have more sellers on it are more likely to have been found by those sellers. Like they're being found, right? Imagine if there's 20 different sellers on a product. Well, they all must have found it somewhere, whether it's a supplier or whether it's a retail store or website that's selling it for less. But the lower the offer count, the more exclusive that product usually is. So I don't like to go after exclusive products because those are harder to find. And most of the time, those products are restricted for specific sellers, basically authorized resellers, people that are literally authorized by that brand to sell it on that platform, which means they're not letting other sellers compete with that product. So I
What
usually
do you
go for like
mean?
seven or more. That the more sellers, the better. So I'll just put the minimum seven right here in new offer count.
Mhm.
Now in buy box, if you do you remember what the buy box was?
No. But what do you mean by exclusive?
Exclusive. So there's certain products that are on Amazon that you can't sell. Like literally, if you try selling it, the brand will kick you off.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So usually products like that have low offer counts. Because imagine maybe they only have exclusive like contracts with these specific sellers and say,
Mhm.
hey, I'm allowing you to sell this product on Amazon exclusively through a contract. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Mhm.
So that's kind of like what we're trying to avoid. We're not trying to get exclusivity. We're just trying to sell things at allow everybody to sell, that don't have any exclusiveness to it. Now, buy box, to kind of remind you what the buy box is, I'll pull this product up real quick. The buy box is this right here where it says add to cart. Okay, so for us, we don't want a buy box that says ships from and sold by Amazon. I don't want to sell a product where Amazon is on the buy box.
Mm-hmm.
Because competition, usually if you're competing with a product with Amazon in the buy box, they never share the sales, always on the buy box. They never share the sales. They're always in the buy box. So give me a second. My computer is doing. Here we go. So when it says buy box seller, we want it to be third party only. Only third party. Then we scroll down, just leave everything the way it is. Now, boom, sales rank drops. This is, in my opinion, an important, I guess you could say, data point or filter, because what a sales rank drop represents, and I'll show you an example of a sales rank drop. I'm going to pull up Keepa on top of this product right here. A sales rank drop is typically the amount of times the rank of a product drops. Now, the more it drops, the better the product is, because that means it's performing well. That means it's constantly dropping to a lower number, lower rank, right? The lower the ranking, the better. So multiple drops within 30 days, 90 days is usually recommended, because that means the product is always moving and performing well. It's always moving within there. So let me see real quick. Give me a second. I just want to see. So sales rank drop, I usually do like 20 minimum. Bought in the past month, 500. And then there's another stat that I forgot to go over with you. Let me see. Buy box winner count. Minimum in the last 30 days, 5. So this means the amount of sellers that are winning the buy box position, meaning winning the sales, getting on that buy box, and then being able to be the one seller carrying the product on that link. When everybody's looking up that product, that person's getting it. Then Amazon rotates it to somebody else, that person's getting it. Honestly, the more the better. Like the more the buy box winners there are, the better, because that means the product is sharing sales with everybody else. So you want to add buy box winner count, put 5 minimum in the last 30 days. That way it shows that it's diversified, that it's sharing sales with other people. We could even put 6. Let's do that. There we go. And that's it, honestly. Bought in the past month, the more the better, of course. I just put 500 minimum. You could drop it at 300. You never know what you can find that's 300 sales per month versus 500. I mean, look at the difference when I put 300. There's 1,500 products. Well, it might increase. It increases to 2,000. Now, it does mean more time, more work, more, having to go through more products, but that also increases your opportunity to even find more winning products. Because there are good products that sell at 300 minimum a month or 100, but I would aim for like 300 or more, give or take, So leave it at 300. And that's it, honestly. You just click find products from there. And then from here, I like to go to bought in the past month. I like to start from the lowest number. So I have it already organized right here from 1 through 9. You can always click it to change it. You can start from the most sales to the least amount of sales, however you want to do it. I usually start from the lower number. Give it a second as it pulls up. Time. Yeah, so I usually start around this number right here. Then I'll start from the top. Now, what I usually look for is products that have, again, more than 5 sellers on it. This has 10. Let's see, 90-day average, there's like 18. It's usually selling for 74. Right now it's at 69. We can just use this as an example, which is size 12. Now with this size 12, you can see the buy box is literally changing to other sellers multiple times. But it looks like it's only two sellers winning the buy box. Orva stores, yeah, decent amount. But the goal is though is to try to find this at a lower price. That's like literally the only goal there is for this. So give me a second. Gotta delete some stuff. Pull it up on Amazon. And then we're doing this throughout the whole list. Like we're just gonna open it up on Amazon, then we're gonna make sure we have seller amp pop up. And then from here, I know that it has sold for 69 very consistently. So that means we have to find this at 42. Now that might not even be possible. Like this product, to find it at $42, who knows if that's possible because this is not a, I mean, it is a cheap shoe, but it's usually $99. I guess it went down in price. So we'll see where we can find it. So we click on this Google button. Remember, seller amp is where we can then look it up on Google. And then again, the goal will be to find this at that $49 price range, which I don't think is going to happen just based off what I'm already looking at, 84 bucks. But you never know. What if there's a coupon? What if there's a discount? So we have to check on the website. So let's see, is there anything? $10 off. That brings it around 74. It's not good. Let me see on the size 12. Give it a second, I'll load. Yeah, no. It's only giving you $10 off. That wouldn't work. So we exit out of there. Maybe we go to this Champ Sports one. It's $69.99. The goal will be to try to bring this down even more. You can get 6% cash back, but that still wouldn't bring it down to what? To 40, was it 42? Yeah, still wouldn't bring it down to 42 at all. In order to bring it down to 42, we would need like $20 off, like $27 off,
Well, that's
which is
unlikely.
30% off. That's a lot. That means you'd have to find this like on a steep discount. So it's not going to work. So what we do is just move on from this product. Don't spend any more time than you need to on it. But oh my God, I'm doing product research. I meant to go to categories. But still though, that's what it would look like to try to find it profitably. But
Hmm.
more so the category would be, well, is it a good product by offer count, seller price, and then we can check if the buy box is sharing between a lot of sellers, which it is. So what you could always do is you can just type down the brand right in here, Hoka, and then go and just put clothing. Then you move on to the next brand. Because what I just did there was more so the next step after already building a list of in-demand brands. Now
Would you
let's look
put the
at this.
price down?
No, I honestly am not even worried about the price. I'm really just
Okay.
more so looking at the actual brand,
Hmm.
clicking on the product because it's also part of the brand, and then seeing if it's sharing a lot of sales with other people. So that kind of shows me there's demand and there's buy box distribution and there's 12 or more sellers on it and it's doing 300 plus sales a month. So to me, that seems like a good brand. It could be a good product too. But right now, I'm just trying to get more familiarized with the brands. Like, what is Kills? Never heard of this before.
Hmm.
I see a lot of different sellers. Literally, it's just rotating on the buy box right there to different names. Right there, 46, 46, 47, 45. Just different, it's just going up and down. That shows that there's a lot of different sellers selling this product, and the buy box is changing all the time, which is good. It's a good thing. You want to see sellers changing all, or buy box changing to different sellers all the time. So that might be a good brand. Never know. We just type that down. Now, what category is this in though? So we can click on the product. You can actually see the category. Let's see what it's the category. Tools and home improvement. So kills, and then I just put tools. Let me go to the next one. And I'll do this for a while. Squishmallows is a, I'm not going to say it's a good brand because I've already looked into this on Amazon. A lot of people aren't able to sell it. Um, so, I mean, yeah, I'll just skip that one. Let's just see the Sanders chocolate. Multiple different sellers on it. I like that. 37.99. We'll just add this Sanders dark chocolate. Is that what it's actually called? By Sanders. So we'll put that in. Sanders dark chocolate. And then we'll go category grocery. Because there's a lot of good brands on this list. It's more so just being more aware of it. Let me skip through Brooks. New Era, gonna skip through that. Every now, like this actually might be a good product. It's just it's hard to find it every now and then. But it
Mhm.
is a good brand to ungate. So, because I mean, it does share sales with a lot of sellers. Let's see how many actual sellers there are. There's 8. Average is 9. So 8 to 9. So maybe we do write it down. Let's go Vanny Cream. This is going to be what cat? It could be 2 different categories. Let's check. This one's going to be beauty and personal care. So we do that. I'm just going to put beauty. NARS. There's 20 different sellers to 14 on average on a 90-day average. It's not bad. That means the more sellers, the better. So I'll write that one down as well. Could be a good brand to start selling if you can get ungated in it, which would be like the next part, obviously, of the research process. So we type in beauty. This is the work most people don't want to do. Just letting you know.
Yeah, well, it takes discipline, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
I gotta get it. I wanted to touch base.
no, for sure. SSA Toys, UV Toys, Revenge, J-Man Collectibles. Yeah, this product does like to share sales. But as far as ungating Pokemon, it might be they might require more units, but who knows? Like just type it. Just add it in there, then we'll figure that out after. We'll figure out,
Mhm.
well, what are the ungating requirements? Does it require 10 units, 100 units, or 300 units?
Mm.
But that's something you want to find out after the fact. I'd rather just build a list of in-demand brands than just ignoring them. So toys, and then what is this? On Men's Cloud sneakers. There's 23 sellers on it. People must be finding these a lot. On Men's. It is a popular one. I mean, obviously I see a lot of people wearing these. Like people who are into like running and stuff. I see it all everywhere where I live at least. So could be a good product and good brand. We'll just add it in there. On Men's. I would spend a good hour just doing this one process, 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Clothing, because I promise you, within an hour, you'll have like 100 brands on here, if not more. Especially if
Hmm.
you're just kind of moving fast, like I am. Yamaha, I'm gonna skip this one because I've actually looked at this product before and found, and I just went through circles trying to find it. So I'm gonna skip through it. Let's see, skin. There's 12 sellers on there, on average 7. Might be worth a look. The brand is called Skin 1004. So we're going to copy that. Has a good ranking. So never know if we can get ungated and find this. So the first thing is just beauty. We go back. Let's make sure it's beauty. Yep. Let's see. Channel lock. So this product, you never know. It's tools and home improvement product, but you never know if you'll find it somewhere profitably. So we'll just copy that brand, add it to our brand sheet. Now when we add it to our brand sheet, we're going to put it here under tools and home improvement. I'll just type it in. We'll type in tools. And I'll share this list with you that I'm building out. I just kind of get some work already going. Rapid test soil test kit for gardens, vegetables, flowers. Is this a pesticide? No, shouldn't be a pesticide. It's patio, lawn, and garden. How many different by luster leaf? Luster leaf. There's 40 sellers. That's actually a good sign. Like I said, the more sellers, the better. That means people are finding this. Might be
Okay.
arbitrage. Might be arbitrage. If not arbitrage, wholesale. And if it's wholesale, we can definitely try to find a supplier for this. But the goal isn't that. But that's what you start thinking about once you start building out these lists of brands and you're trying to find them. You're like, well, maybe I can find a supplier for this brand. Maybe I can find a
Hmm.
distributor for this brand. Or maybe I can find a product for this brand on another website going for less. That's reselling on Amazon for more. It's usually one or the other. You either try to find it retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, which is different websites selling for less, or you're just finding a supplier that carries this brand that you can open a wholesale account with. Could be either or. So, did I add that one? No, I
No.
don't think I did. Luster leaf. So then we build out luster leaf. We put this in the list. Luster leaf. This one is in what? It was a patio and lawn, garden. So we add that to the list of in demand. We're going to call this the in demand brand sheet. In demand brand sheet. Because remember, we're not even looking for winning products right now. We're trying to build awareness of what are some in demand brands.
Hmm. Okay.
That's really the goal of this whole thing. I don't even care about finding something right now. I just care about building out my spreadsheet filled with brands that are within the criterias we put in on Keepa, because those match winning product criterias. So that's really all I care about. So let's see. Let's see. Starbucks, that is a good brand. We could get approved in it potentially. So I'll just type in Starbucks. That one's going to be grocery. Now, grocery is a category we have to get ungated in because you can't just sell products within the grocery category without ungating the grocery category itself first. Then it will unlock the brands beneath it. So that's a whole process we can go over as well that like, I don't know. If you start being more consistent with booking calls, I mean, we can get on another call and talk about ungating after
Hmm.
you do this type of work. Marvel, I'll skip that as a a high quantity for ungating. Mia Secret, blush, 10 sellers, usually 12. Never know, could be a good product to resell. So let me just type that in. That is in beauty, I'm assuming. Yep. Mia Secrets. Let's see what else we got in here. Old Spice. Was 19 sellers on there. Yeah, we could go about ungating Old Spice. think this would be in health and household, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Oh, I'm wrong. I mean, it's two categories. The main category, though, because these are called subcategories below the top category. So you have the main category, then the subcategories, but this does fall under beauty and personal care and health and household. Surprisingly, it has two categories. We'll just leave it at health. But the more sellers on there on the offer count, the better. So let's check. Lego. Honestly, it's honestly very rare to find some profitable Lego products. I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to ungate Lego. There's 74 sellers on there. They have to be getting this wholesale directly from like a supplier. If not, they're going inside, like people are finding these either inside of a store locally and just getting them at a really good rate, or they're
Mm-hmm.
working with a supplier or a liquidator, like a pallet liquidation company that sells products that didn't sell through inside of the stores. So then they buy it
Mm-hmm.
from the stores by the cent. Those are usually liquidation centers. It's like if Marshalls had products that didn't sell through, well, they would liquidate their products to other businesses at a very low cost. Marshalls is essentially a liquidation center. Marshalls
Mm-hmm.
carries the products that didn't sell through in the main brands. Like when you see all those
Mm-hmm.
products that are cheaper in Marshalls and
Yeah.
stuff like that, it's because those products didn't last long or those products were on the shelf the whole time, maybe in the main stores they're being sold in and just weren't popular and weren't moving. So then those companies had to sell it to companies like Marshalls that will buy them. And if they don't sell through from Marshall will just sell them off to other businesses. So more than likely for like products like Lego, people are getting them either the moment they drop, right? Those are like Lego freaking fanatics that are keeping up with like all the Lego drops and then getting it as soon as it drops, almost like Michael Jordan shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes these Lego fanatics either get them at a lower price when they first launch and then they can resell it for higher, or they're getting it from liquidation, or they're going inside of different stores and then just randomly finding them for less. Could be either three options, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure that out. We'll skip the Hot Wheels. Combing propane cylinders, no. Oral B, I'll skip that. Those are harder to get approved in. Blue Def. Let's check this. This is in the auto. Is this automotive? Let's check.
Mm-hmm.
Exhaust fluid has to be automotive. Yep, automotive. So, let's see. So this product has multiple different sellers on it. Seems like a few of the same sellers though keep winning the buy box. But regardless, I do like the fluctuation in price that kind of shows retail arbitrage. Because a lot of retail arbitrage products jump up and down in price versus wholesale. A lot of wholesale items that people buy wholesale, they kind of like keep it flat. They keep it in one price point. But you also never know. Sometimes people just like to sell it for higher, then the buy box jumps up to them, and someone sells it for lower, then it jumps down to there. So, but there's 24 sellers on it. That's a good sign. That means you're more than likely able to find this either wholesale or arbitrage. So Blue Def, we'll write that down. Blue Def. This is automotive, so we'll just put automotive. So far we got 15 in-demand brands that match winning product criteria that we can go and try to ungate, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
even do a brand search and find profitable products within that brand. There's many different ways we can go about this right now. But the goal, remember, the goal, if we go back here, is really just building a brand sheet, you know? This is the
Mm-hmm.
beginner Amazon seller process. All beginners need to learn the system,
Right.
discover brands, and then start getting approved in those brands, right? Because we want to be able to sell those products, but we can't sell it if we're not ungated. And if we're always just trying to chase a profitable product, then it's usually going to be harder to find when we don't know what brand we want to focus on. So then you're just getting a whole bunch of results in front of you. So
Hmm.
we kind of just want to know what are the good brands. Let's see, Continental, there's like 7 sellers on it. Average is 5. That might be a more of a private, I'm not gonna lie to you, or exclusive product. Um, so there's a BioGuard right here. There's like 16 different sellers on here. If we look at this one, I mean, it got a decent amount of different people on there. What is this? Is this what I think it is? This is laundry detergent. No, it's for
This
pool.
is this is patio and garden.
Yeah, this is for pools, like cleaning out a pool. But who knows? Could be a good brand.
It looks like detergent.
So, bio, patio and lawn. Let's keep going. Colognes aren't too bad sometimes. It's not hard. Um, like it's not hard to find cologne suppliers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I think I may know some that carry Curve, but regardless, it's a good brand, has 15 plus sellers. And remember, this product is doing 300 sales per month. That's not bad. So we can add Curve to that. It's called Liz Claiborne. That's the brand. I didn't even know that. I just always called it Curve. This one, I'm pretty sure it's in beauty and personal care. Let's keep going. Yeah, man, nobody wants to do this work. This is the boring work that people don't see behind every successful Amazon seller. Literally. Let's see. 12 sellers, 24. What is Nature's Bakery whole wheat? These variety packs are usually hard to find. Let me see. Let me see. Buy box is definitely everywhere. A lot of different sellers. This is what pack is this? 24 count variety pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 12, 18, 24. So it's a 2 pack of 12 that equal 24 because of 2 different flavors. Twin packs, that's what they call them. You never know. Might actually be able to find this.
Hmm.
So it's by UCCI. UCCI grocery. Aveeno, there's 12 sellers, 12 on a 30-day average, or current average right now is 12. 90-day average is around 14 sellers. Remember, the more sellers, the better. I'm going to keep saying that. But those are harder to find. I'm going to skip that brand. Mitchell Design Works foaming soap. A lot of these little like seasonal foaming soaps or soaps like this, like Bed Bath and Beyond soap or Bath and Body Works.
Hmm.
Uh, I have found them profitably in the past during my like Amazon seller career. So, and there's like 54 sellers. So that means people are finding these a lot. So we can add that. Mitchell Design Works. Paste. This is going to be, I'm going to say this is health and household, but let's double check. Beauty and personal. Okay, I'm wrong. Merrill. There's 15 to 17 sellers carrying this shoe. Might be worth looking into. Amazon likes to share the buy box as well. You can see Amazon's the yellow line, and then they just kind of like jump up and down when they go up in price. They haven't really won the buy box though. Now that I'm looking at it, they've won it a few times. They're being outperformed by third-party sellers. This amazing good person though is like really on it a lot. All right, now it started to share. Yeah, it might be a good brand. Just type in Merrill. This is gonna be in clothing and shoes. Clothing. Yeah, we're gonna try to build out a big list of this and then obviously go in and try to find winning products under those brands. Milwaukee's a really good brand. I mean, not only can we find it wholesale, but we can also find retail arbitrage. I know suppliers that have a whole like spreadsheet filled of Milwaukee products
Mhm.
and DeWalt. So I know this is a good one. That's just from personal experience. You wouldn't know that.
Mhm.
But even just looking at it, the fact that multiple different sellers carry it, has a lot of reviews, 300 plus sales, 8 to 12 sellers. I mean, again, it's matching our criteria for what we put in already in the filters. Tools. Let's see, Redline, Power, Motor Oil. There's 32 sellers carrying motor oil. That's insane. How about the buy box win percentage? Let me see. Configure columns. Let me see if we can add buy box, winner count. Let's do 30-day winner count. See if we can find right here. Oh, right. Buy box, 30-day winner count. See if it buy box seller winner count 10 10. All right, so this is vital information right there because then we can see the amount of people that have won the buy box over the last 30 days. 10 is good, 10 is good, 7's good, 8's good. 11's not that bad on these squishmallows. Maybe we do add squishmallow. Jazzwares LLC. That's interesting. Is that the actual brand? Or is that someone that created this listing and then who knows? We'll just add it. You never know what we can find under this specific brand. Because some companies like to just start their own listings, which is not, it's not that it's against Amazon's policies, but it just means that it consists of a lot of traffic being driven to that product versus like the brand itself organically bring it in. But the title is what's bringing in the sales. It's called Squishmallows. So whoever Jazzware LLC is, maybe that is Squishmallows. I haven't looked it up. But if it's not Squishmallows, that's a third party seller that created this listing themselves. And they're letting other people win the buy box. If that's the case.